thank you guys for coming today to hang out with us at our meet and greet and our sound check party. I know there's a lot of you guys. And Drew gets so nervous when there's a lot of people. Calm down, Drew. Be still your heart. Well, thanks for coming today. We're excited to be here at this gorgeous venue. Oh my gosh, this place is amazing. We're going to start with some questions that you guys have written out. I should also introduce you to my bandmates. We got Drew on drums. And we got Kit on the keys and guitar. Okay. When is the Bluegrass Fiddle album dropping? Oh, that would be fun. I always do like to try new things. I used to be a big fan of Mark O'Connor when I was younger, and he does some pretty intense bluegrass fiddling. So, but yeah, I used to play his music when I was younger. What do you want from Santa? Yeah, vacation. I need vacation. I realized, actually, I do think I'm going to take a vacation in January because I came to the sad realization recently that I have never traveled for fun. I know. Yeah, I do not have fun with these guys on tour at all. No, but it's very different when you travel to a place and you have 4 hours to see it. Because we have a show that night or whatever. So, like today we went on a jaunt, we saw the Alamo, we took some pictures, and we came back to the venue, which was really, really awesome. Brushed up on my history. But yeah, so I think in January I'm going to travel somewhere. Thank you, Santa. I know, I need some friends to travel with. That means you guys. We're going to Thailand. Always wanted to go to Thailand. Okay. Lindsay, what is the most important message you want to send to young girls? I would say, the world tells you so much that you're supposed to look a certain way and act a certain way, and that there's only one kind of beauty. And I got sucked into that pretty heavily in my late teenage years and early 20s, where I became consumed by weight and appearance, and I lost sight of everything that was important. And I can tell you that at the time when I was the thinnest, and I was, the most, I had reached the point of where I wanted to be. I could not get any thinner, and yet I have never been more unhappy. And so I've learned in my own life that trying to get validation from the world, and it comes in so many different forms. It could be in weight, or it could be, trying to get validation from outside sources. It will actually never make you happy. And I know that from experience, because when I'm the happiest is when I am finding fulfillment from things that are real, people that are real in my life, and I'm not searching for it from fame or from being thin or looking a certain way, or the only true validation can come from within, and you have to, and that it takes a lot of work to love yourself. It's something that I've worked at ever since I went through therapy. I learned this, that it takes work to keep up that self-esteem and to love yourself for the right reason. And it's something that I continuously strive to work at, because if I don't love myself for the right reason, then I can't love other people, because I'm so worried about myself. And I become very selfish when I get into that state. And so that is a very long-winded answer, and probably over the head of most of girls. But it's something I've come to believe in very strongly. What is your favorite Christmas song? Now, that's a little easier. And, from Savannah. Where's Savannah? Right here. There we go. We have Savannah on tour. One of our dancers is named Savannah. I thought maybe she slipped in a question. Lindsay, I'm just dying to know. After all these years of touring together, what's your favorite Christmas movie? My favorite Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life. Jimmy Stewart, the old black and white one. I love that movie. It makes me cry every time I watch it. Because honestly, it kind of reminds me a lot of my dad, the character that is played by Jimmy Stewart. And anyways, I love that movie. And my favorite Christmas song, I really have always loved Carol of the Bells. It's like the epic instrumental of Christmas music. What was my favorite music video to make? Laura, where's Laura C? Laura? My favorite music video to make was Round Table Rival. That was super fun. We were out in the desert. Is your favorite? Oh, it was so fun. I got to wear a cool costume and I had this crazy violin and I remember at one point they had all these fans blowing dirt in my face as I pretended to crawl through it. I just felt like such a superhero. So dramatic. What is your favorite thing about Christmas time? Being with my family. You know, I really crave that time. And this year my whole family's coming together. My brother and my sisters will all be in Arizona. And I cannot wait to I get there on Christmas Eve, but I cannot wait to get there. We're going to spend 2 weeks together playing games and eating cookies. And I cannot wait. Relaxing. What was your favorite dance from Dancing with the Stars? The Brown family. Where's the Brown family? Yay, the Brown family, run and run. Okay, I had 2 favorite dances from Dancing with the Stars. One of which was I was dressed up as a robot. And that was a big one. That was so fun to do. And a fun story about that dance was when Mark told that was all his idea. And when he told me the idea for that dance, I flat out, and he shared with me the song, and I heard it, and I was like, I can't do that. I was like, I'm just telling you, like, me being a robot, you see me robot, I was like, I don't think I can do that. And that song is very, like, seductive. And I was like, that's not me. And yeah, I was like, the pajama dance, jiving in pajamas, that's me. And, but he was like, I think you're wrong. I think you can do this. And what I learned from that experience, it reminded me how powerful our beliefs are about ourselves, because we were starting to learn the dance and I still didn't think I could do it. And you know, he was like, Lindsey, you can do this. I was really struggling with it. And then finally I decided to just put, we all live in a box, basically, of what we think we can and cannot do. And we define ourselves by it and we live in it. And when I pushed down the walls of that box and said, okay, I can do this, I can be this character, I can move like that, I can dance this way. I watched that dance back, and I'm amazed that I did it. I mean, that's a pretty good dance, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty proud of myself. And I mean, I watched that video back, and I cannot believe that's me, and that I was able to do that. And it really took me pushing down the walls of my self-belief and saying, okay, I'm gonna trust somebody else, and I'm gonna really go into this and believe that I can do this. And I never in a million years before that would have thought I could have done that dance. So that was a really cool learning experience for me. And I got all tens, and then I got 40 from Shania Twain as well, who knows her dancing. And then my other favorite dance, I loved the conductor dance that we did at the very end. That was really fun. It was, yeah, we have the same taste. For me and the Brown family. It was really fun because it was the perfect cross between being like overly like stuffy and really goofy. And so, yeah, felt very overly stuffy and super goofy. That's me. But no, it did feel very much like this was a dance Mark choreographed for my personality, and it was a lot of fun. How did you decide for a song to have vocals or not? From Garrett. Where is Garrett? Garrett! I don't know, as I'm kind of writing songs, some songs, if it's an original song, I usually go into the session knowing that today we're going to write a song with lyrics in it, and I'll usually have a concept or an idea that I want to write about. And for the Christmas album, before I even started writing, I just decided I want the Grinch to have, like, the Grinch, someone had to sing that song. It would not be the same as an instrumental because the lyrics were written by Dr. Seuss, and they're so funny, so I had to have, and I knew I wanted a woman to sing it, a female voice. And then, but yeah, it always just kind of depends. Usually when I go into a session, I know whether it's an instrumental or a vocal track, except for Don't Let This Feeling Fade. That was originally written to be an instrumental, but it just needed more, and so we added a chorus by Rivers Cuomo, and then it still needed more, so we threw a rapper on it. Like, we're thinking a lot more. Where's Allie Ogden? Allie's asking, what is the best part of your career? I'd say my favorite part of my career that I just feel so lucky to be able to do is I can get a creative idea and I can bring it to life. And like I'm like, oh, I want to go on a Christmas tour. Okay, I'm gonna write a Christmas album. I'm gonna go like to be able to conceptualize a creative idea. Like ever since I was a kid, I've been doing this. I remember I wanted to be a kangaroo for Halloween one year because I wanted to put the candy in the pouch. And and I was able to make this very funny looking kangaroo costume. And but now it's past just like or making a little play with the neighborhood kids when I was a child. But now it's beyond just being able to like kind of create some weird representation of what's in my brain. I can actually think something and then I can see it come to life the way I imagined it, which is so incredible. Like that's the candy of life for me. I love being able to do that, and then being able to have the opportunity to share it with you guys. That people actually come to see our creations is pretty awesome. So I want to thank you guys for making it possible for me to do what I love, like my dream, what I've always dreamed of doing since I was a kid. So thank you guys for that. Which song from this album was the most interesting to you? Where's Peter? Peter. There we go, Peter. Peter. The most interesting song. Let's say, the most interesting song I think to write on or arrange for this album might have been Dance with the Sugar Plum Fairies, and it's because I wasn't quite sure what way to take it. I was like, oh, I could take it in a super orchestral route, or I could, all these songs. I was like, what do I want to make each one of these little songs be? And and I was like, or I could take it in kind of a trap electronica route. And I was really excited about the idea of not choosing. Actually, I decided to do both. And we had a full orchestra record the backing track, but then we also went full out and I worked with a producer to make a kind of a trap, electronic arrangement of it, and we sandwiched the two together in a really interesting way. And so that was really cool to not like compromise either side, but really go full force in each direction, and it came out and it actually worked. I've been wondering since seeing you in concert in California a couple years ago, how tall are you? Johnny, where's Johnny? Oh, there you are. I think I'm 5'3.5". We're gonna be technical with these shoes, 5'5.5". Yeah. I'm sample size, it's great. Yeah, sometimes I wear heels to pretend I'm taller. I would say that's something I get told a lot at meet and greet. People are like, you're so little. So I guess, when you're on stage and when you're in videos and stuff, everyone looks bigger, a lot taller. Camera adds 10 pounds and apparently 10 inches. Since you and Mark Ballas were such amazing dance partners, we thought about doing a music video together like you did with Derek for the arena, or collaborating on a song. It's the Brown family again! Brown family! We were just watching Family Feud yesterday, so I feel like I'm announcing the Brown family! I think there was the Brown family. And the question, right. I just really like saying, the Brown family! So, yes, Mark and I have become really good friends, and already, I was like, that last number where we were the conductors, I was like, oh, we should totally turn that into a music video of some sorts. And a lot of times I think of the music video idea before I write the song, so I was like, oh, I now just have to write a song so I can do that music video idea. And then, yeah, Mark and I had a lot of fun during the season. We would sometimes bring our instruments to dance practice, and we would take little breaks and make, do little jam sessions on our instruments. So, I could totally see us writing together in the future. He's an amazing guitar player and musician, something you will see tonight as he and his wife are opening the show. Yeah! All right, Nicholas. Where's Nicholas? Nicholas, my man. I know, looking so good today with the bow tie. How many different costumes do you have? Problem, first of all, I'm just going to put this out there. I love costumes. I always have. I have a lot of costumes. On this tour, I have 3. And, one. But yeah, I mean, every tour I have 3 or 4 costumes. So I've accumulated quite a, and then for music videos, and then I couldn't help it. I had to buy some of them from Dancing with the Stars because they were so cool. So I have lots of costumes. It's like, they're like my little memory box of like all my nostalgic memories.
Custom fitted costumes?
Yeah. No. I know. I have all these beautiful costumes that I helped design, mind you. I bet they gave Jordan Fisher How old were you when you did your first performance? Let's see, I'm having a hard time reading the name. Belle? Something Belle? Aha! Right there, hello. I did my first recital when I was 6 years old. And I was so nervous. My hands used to sweat so bad that my mom, before I would go up, she would like warm my hands and then she would like rub them off on her skirt and then I'd go perform. Because I just get so nervous. But that's, I think, why I can perform today is because I learned how to perform through nerves. And I still get a little nervous before every show. And I, you know, especially like new tours or new performances. I get like the first few shows of this tour, I'm so nervous. I mean, I hope I always get a little bit nervous because it means I care. But just like anything, say when I had to practice the violin, I had to practice performing in front of people so I could learn how to cope with the nerves. Now, we're going to play you a song. No, Mike! Mike's not on. We're going to give you guys a choice of songs. We could play Take Flight, I think. We could play Beyond the Veil, or we could play a Round Table Rival medley.
Take Flight.
With the arena. Oh, we should learn the arena. Oh. It's been a while. Good part? Oh. My memory, I swear, do I have holes in my brain? They remember everything.
I have a lot more to do.
Yeah. All right, well, today we're going to play you guys Round Table Rival, a little medley. Yeah, thanks. 1, 2, get ready for the show. We'll see you guys soon.